Hey guys, welcome to the second channel. Today we are going to be doing some work with Scout. So we're actually really struggling with him. You can see he kind of looks a bit more relaxed now, but we've had him for 3 weeks now. And he literally hasn't even gone into the garden yet. And that's not us like not letting him into the garden. The door's been open and he just won't go in. If you don't know who Scout is or you haven't seen any videos of Scout, then I'm going to link our main channel video down below in the description so you can kind of see his story and where we've gotten up to with him. But today we're actually going to call the vet to see if we can get him some medication. Now that sounds kind of weird. I've got some little notes here. So the reason we wanted to call the vet is because there's actually some medication that you can get for him. Fluoxetine, trazodone, clonidine, I don't know why they're so confusing. Basically, it's just medication that can help with, it's like short to medium term calming, often used during adjustment periods, reduces anxiety and hyperarousal. So the idea obviously isn't to drug Scout, but when this medication is used properly, they lower the fear baseline so the dog can actually learn and decompress. Right now, Scout's nervous system is probably stuck in survival mode, which blocks progress entirely. And so this is the biggest problem we've had with him. He's shown like tiny bits of progression where, you know, he's like seeing the dogs or stuff like that, but you can see he's just so scared. Even if I put my hand there, like nothing. I can pet him, but obviously he doesn't like it. He looks like he wants to bite my hand off, to be honest. And so yeah, we're going to call the vets today, see what they think, because honestly we are struggling with him. I guess the good thing is he is super easy to look after, but obviously since he's been here for like 3 weeks, we need to make progress with him, because how's he ever going to go to his forever home? Thank you, Mikey. Mikey's giving me kisses. Yeah, he does eventually need to go to a forever home. I mean, we could end up having him for months, which is fine. But it does just definitely feel like we need a bit of help here. We've never had a dog as scared as him. Ella's doing a lot better with him than she is with me. Look, if Ella goes near him, I think he just kind of generally looks a lot more relaxed. So you can see in his eyes, he looks like not as scared, but still like, he doesn't even have a sniff. Put your hand near his face, see if he'll have a sniff for you.
Yeah, he is. He's sniffing.
He's so cute, look at him.
But he is very scared.
Yeah, he's really scared. We've got our other rescue here, Cindy. She's doing really good. Give her a pet, like you can even pet her now. There you go, she'll have a good sniff. And so we initially thought that Scout was maybe like a few weeks behind Cindy, but I mean, look at her. Cindy looks like she's actually enjoying that.
Yeah, she does. She's gone all sleepy.
Whereas if you did that with Scout, not sure how much he'd enjoy it. So we are going to call the vets and see what they say. Oh, I'm in the way. Yeah, we're going to call the vets, see what they say, see if we can get him some kind of like medication or what they recommend. Because, yeah, we need to do something different here. Because anything we're trying, well, I'll say anything we're trying, we're not actually doing like, well, anything, to be honest. Obviously, when rescues are this scared, we kind of just like, let them take everything in and they have time to decompress and they start coming out their shell in their own time. But yeah, because it's been 3 weeks and he's shown little signs, but not really. I mean, you can still see what he's like.
He's shown potential.
He's shown some, yeah. He's so young, he's only around, well, he's a year.
He's a year now, yeah.
He's only 1 year old, and yeah, he's still just like super scared. So let's call the vets and see what they have to say. Hello, I'm calling about one of our rescue dogs. His name is Scout. He's quite like, well, scared and anxious, sort of like of everything, like to a point where he's really struggling to settle. We've had him for a few weeks now and we're sort of like working slowly and at his pace, but we're concerned that because he's struggling to settle, and we're wondering if you were able to prescribe anything to help reduce his anxiety.
There are drugs that you can prescribe, but he has to be seen for them all. So he'd have to have an appointment.
That's fine. So here's the problem is we've had him for 3 weeks and he hasn't even gone into the garden yet. So the chances of us getting to a vet are, well, pretty much impossible. So what can we do? Could we get like a vet behaviourist or something like that?
I think there are. I think there is one. Hang on, let me see if I can find. I have to ask one of the other girls. Hang on a sec.
Okay.
Right, so there's a behaviourist group, if you like, called and one of them two have a vet as one of their behaviourists, so she can prescribe.
So do you think that's the best route to go down? Because there's...
Well, I'd probably suggest that you give her a ring, because a lot of behaviourists go to your house to see, the behaviour at home.
Mm-hmm.
So at least if you've got someone who can prescribe, then if not, then I suppose you're going to have to, ring around and find a vet that will do a home visit if you can't get the dog in.
Are you able to do a home visit?
We don't, no, I'm afraid. But there are some people that do, although very few these days. But see with the behaviourist, because obviously it's a behaviour problem, and then see how you get on. Have we got that dog registered?
No, you won't do. No, he's a new foster.
Shall I register him, or do you not want to?
Yes, please. Yeah.
So what's his name?
Scout.
I registered him. I'll write it on there in case you call back.
Okay.
I don't really know the answer if you can't sort of get him out, if you know what I mean. Because obviously we'd happily see him, but that isn't going to help you. If I can come up with any alternatives, so I'll either call you back or, you can call us back if none of them are helpful, and we'll have a good think while we've got an hour or two and see if there's any other ways we can come up with.
Okay, perfect. Yes, please. Yeah, if you could speak to a vet, but for now I'll definitely contact those two behaviourists and see if we can get someone round.
Yeah, I know one of them has a vet, but as I said, I can't quite remember which one.
Okay, great, perfect. Well, thank you very much for your help.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So we've obviously got a behaviourist that we've worked with called Dilnaz, but she isn't. I think it's like vet registered. I'm not entirely sure how it actually all works, but I know that Dilnaz can't prescribe medication for Scout, so that's why we haven't had her come round and obviously do a behaviour session with him. And well, another reason we haven't had a behaviour session done with him is because obviously he's not going to do anything. It's not like Cindy, where our other rescue, she would actually interact with stuff, and she was actually quite a bit further ahead in terms of her confidence than Scout.
Also, we can't take him to the vet.
No chance.
So...
Yeah, there's no chance we're going to take him to the vet. I mean, obviously, he hasn't even gone into the garden. The last thing we want to do is put a harness on him, try moving him, probably get bit. I wouldn't even blame him because he's still so scared. And yeah, I assumed they'd say take him to the vet for a referral, which obviously we can't do. So we're going to get in contact with the two companies that they gave and see if we can get a vet registered behaviourist in. Yeah, vet registered behaviourist in. So let's give these people a call and see what happens. Just looked up one of the vet behaviourists. I'm not going to name the name. I went on to pricing. This is the first time you've heard of this. Consultation fees from January 2026. Initial house consultation, approximately 2 to 3 hours, £745. Follow-up house consultation, approximately 1 hour, £250.
Sounds like a bargain.
That is insane.
Yeah, that is insane.
So these people are registered, vet, certified behaviourists. We're going to give them a call very reluctantly. So the problem is we have got Scout insured, but here in the UK, when you first insure a dog, you can't claim for the first 2 weeks, which kind of makes sense because it's like you can not have insurance, a dog, I don't know, breaks its leg, and then you get insurance and you expect them to pay out straight away. We've obviously had him for 3 weeks, but stupidly, we didn't get him insured straight away. And we need to get into the routine of doing it. I think we get so busy with having all the rescues. That does mean if this behaviourist comes and diagnoses him, it's likely going to be like £1,000, which is insane, obviously. But honestly, I don't think we've got another choice. Because, yeah, it's been 3 weeks now. We obviously haven't tried to do any kind of confidence building work with him because he's just like this all the time. And yeah, let's give these people a call and see what they say. Hello, I'm calling with regards to one of our rescue dogs that we have.
Foster.
Foster rescue dogs that we have. His name is Scout, and we rescued him about 3 weeks ago. He's sort of like constantly in a state of like fear and anxiety. I mean, we rescued him a few weeks ago. He hasn't even gone outside yet. So we've had behaviourists in, but not vet registered behaviourists. So we're thinking sort of like prescribing him or something would probably help. But I was wondering if we could get like an initial assessment booked in with him.
Sure. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just take a whole load of details from you. Then I'll pass this on to and then she'll be in touch about how, you know, the packages, the costs and things, and booking you actually in for a consultation. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. And Scout is a male. Do you know how old he is?
Yeah, he's about 1.
About 1. Okay. What type of dog is he?
Mixed breed.
Okay. Predominantly anything that's obvious, or is it just?
Very much a mix.
He's Macedonian.
Yeah, he's from Macedonia, but honestly not sure.
He's like scruffy, like a shepherd.
Yeah, he looks like he's got shepherd in him.
Okay.
But he's small.
He's only collie size, border collie size.
Collie size. Okay. All right. So that's perfect. And he's experiencing some heightened anxiety at the moment.
Yeah, he's
The main behavioural issue is anxiety.
well, not just that. I mean, he's like scared of everything, super scared of people. Fine with dogs, so we've got 3 other dogs here. But yeah, just like super scared of people and kind of just wants to spend the entire day in his crate.
Okay. All right. Do you know anything about his history before you got him?
He was a street dog in Macedonia. He got taken in by a shelter in Macedonia, was there for probably about 6 months, and then came on a van to here.
Okay. All right, that's really helpful. Has Scout been neutered?
Yes.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have insurance for him, or is that not really something that you've been able to do?
We do, but we only got it a few days ago, so we probably won't be able to claim for it.
All right, okay. Which veterinary practice is he registered with? Okay, that's perfect. So what I'll do is I'll pass all that information on, and then you'll hear back. It'll either be or he'll message you to go forward from there, okay?
Okay, that's fine. Do you know roughly when we'll hear back from them?
Within the next 48 hours.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, okay. Obviously, if you don't hear back from them by then, just nudge. You can give us a call and just. You should hear back from them basically. But in case you don't, you can always call again.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, great. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye bye. All right. So, I guess that is the next steps. We're gonna see when they'll be able to come, and it'll be interesting to get that initial assessment. What's always like a bit awkward is obviously because of the following, sometimes like when we ask to film, they can get a bit funny about it. So I'm not entirely sure when to ask her if we can film. I'm thinking we ask her when she gets here.
I think prepare them.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want is them coming and saying, I'm not comfortable, and then we don't film any of it.
Yeah, true. That's going to be the next step for Scout. Hello, Scout. Right, what I'm going to show you is, look at this. I'm going to open the door. All right, so go on then, out. Go on, dogs, out. And there he is. And to be honest, we're not actually that upset that he's running out there, because we've seen that when he gets super scared, he will do anything to like get into any tiny space or any tiny corner. So when we first let him out his crate, he tried to get under that. And you can see, like with my hand, this is a tiny space, and he managed to get half his body under this. And he also tries to go behind there. He tries to move the crate and tries to go behind there. And so we're now scared that if he goes into the garden and he starts freaking out, which he probably will, just like any tiny space possible, he's gonna find and he's gonna try and get into. And so, yeah, obviously we want him to go into the garden, but we also don't want him to, like, I don't know, go by the side of the conservatory, even though we've got it locked off, and then we can't get him out, or maybe like go behind the dog sheds or something, again, even though we've got it blocked off. we've seen him force his way into bits that we didn't think he'd even be able to get into. Keep an eye on the main channel for the video on Scout. We'll probably have the behaviourist obviously come in, that'll be in the main video, and we'll see how everything goes. Because we've had him for a few weeks now, we're really struggling with him and not entirely sure what to do. We're figuring out as we go. We've literally never had a dog this scared before. Okay, so I have an update. I'm currently editing literally this video for you guys, and they have just sent me an email. They have said, prior to the consultation, we will require a vet referral form signed by a regular vet, along with your pet's clinical history. We will also require you to complete the attached questionnaire. That's fine. Obviously, that already brings a problem because we can't take Scout to the vet. I should have explained that on the phone call. And then they've said, due to high demand, we are currently scheduling initial consultations for May. And it is currently the 17th of February. So, well, we're obviously going to have to go with somebody else. That's literally like 2 months away, over 2 months away. And yeah, we can't even take him to the vet. So I guess in the next video, we'll be calling another vet behaviourist. We may have to call our vets back and explain the situation. This time, at least I know to explain, we can't take him to the vet because of how he is. And so yeah, this is the problems that we are having. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content, make sure to hit the subscribe button because we're trying to hit 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Moki's pouring at the door to be let in, so I'm gonna go let her in. Bye everyone.